name is Katie Scott Andrews, and I'm presenting Jump Performance Partially Mediates Intervention Effects on Jump Distance, a pilot study. To get started with background, as researchers, we want to understand children's motor competence and/or proficiency and the developmental sequence of these skills. In assessing fundamental motor skills, we generally use either process-oriented measures, product-oriented measures, or a combination of both. Process-oriented measures assess the quality of movements performed during skill execution, so really the how a skill is performed, while product-oriented measures assess the outcome of a skill execution. However, there is limited evidence of the associations of process and product within development. We do know from Logan et al. 2017 that there are weak to strong correlations between process and product assessments for the jump, hop, and throw. However, no study to date has examined the sequence of developing skill performance on process and product. It is probable to assume that performance on process measures would influence performance on product measures. One must learn how to do a skill in order to have a better outcome. The purpose then of this study is to explore if performance of jump process mediates intervention effects of jump distance across a 2,155-minute motor skill intervention. Participants were 55 typically developing preschool children from One Head Start Preschool in Michigan. Preschoolers were then randomly assigned to either the intervention or control group. The intervention was the Children's Health Activity Motor Program, which is a mastery-focused, evidence-based intervention that enhances motor skills. It spanned for 16 weeks and was a total of 2,155 minutes. The intervention took place 3 days a week for 45 minutes per day and replaced standard outdoor free play. For this study, we only examined the jump with both process using the test of gross motor development and product of jump distance, taken the max of 5 trials measured in centimeters. The process and product assessments were administered prior to the intervention, in the middle of the intervention, and after the intervention was completed. Linear mixed models were fit to examine intervention effects on jump process and product performance and to explore if process mediates product. Models were fit with fixed effects of time and treatment, covariates of sex and height, and random intercept for each individual. All analysis were completed in SPSS version 26 with alpha levels set to 0.05. For process, there was no significant difference between the treatment and control at baseline, and the intervention increased jump process scores at mid-test and was approaching significance at post-test. For product, at baseline, there was a significant difference between the treatment and control. The treatment group had higher product scores, but after controlling for these baseline scores, the intervention increased jump product at both mid-test and post-test. Now turning to the mediation. So overall, jump process was a significant predictor of product. And then we found that jump process partially mediates the intervention effects on jump product when we control for pre-test jump scores of both that process and product. And this was seen at mid-test, and it was approaching significance at post-test. The motor skill intervention promoted both jump pattern development, so that process, and distance, that product. Jump process predicted improvement in jump distance and appears to partially mediate intervention effects of jump distance. Future research should use lag models to examine how earlier changes in process affect product outcomes, as well as examine different fundamental motor skills and look into how interventions promote factors related to jump distance, such as maybe increasing lower extremity strength. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.